50.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. A loss of 2 there. Second down. On 2nd and 12. Stafford.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the lock.
He's got a man. Complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Tyler Lockett. 85 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Let's go.
On first down, Darnold. He'll find his running back. It's Jalen Richard. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Go.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Darnold. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
After the interception, here's Stafford. It's complete to Lockett.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Casey. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
After the interception, here's Darnold. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for Baltimore. An even 50 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It is tough to complete passes against some defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. Being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball.
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
He said, bro, I play 2K too, bro. Like, I play my career, but I'll play you. You can bet on what you call it. I'll play it. I got bet on it.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. The kick by McManus is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. McCaffrey following the penalty. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Back to throw, Darnold. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Stafford now to throw. It's caught. Lockett. And all the way down to the 29. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 6 there on first. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
40 gun! 40 gun!
Throwing is Stafford. That's caught by Howard. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. He's got Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Derrick Henry. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Hey, we haven't been around the entire time football's been played, but we have studied our history, and there have been some great backs who've been accused of running out of bounds to protect themselves. Well, back in the day, many people didn't like that. But nowadays, take care of the football.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Evan Ingram, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish tight matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover it? When I send the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You're going to yell at me? You go cover it.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Stafford. He finds Corey Davis. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Corey Davis. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. So that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. A 1st down throw, Darnold. And that is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now Darnold. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. DJ Moore, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point from McManus is good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth 1st half. Couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. The first carry now for the BYU man is Jamal Williams. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Set. 20. Let's go. 53. Ready.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
From the end zone, here's Darnold. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually under pressure now. Darnold, and he goes down. Von Miller in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Richard trying the right side. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in a long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His 21st touchdown of the season as they have taken the lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't done before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
22.
To throw again. Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. Well, how would you punctuate something like that, partner?
You mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
McManus's point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The son, Reddick, in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
Well, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the 50, it's Darnold. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A safety with a sack there, LaMarcus Joyner. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll run with McCaffrey. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
56, check 56. Watch the curl.
To throw is Darnold. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back seven, phenomenal.
Darren Lee there to get him down.
Monday.
Looking to throw on second down. Stafford looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. Third down here. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So now 2 pick 6s that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
But number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you have your hands on your head or shaking your head, walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it does,
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that will shave one more off this lead. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
We'll see how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to the end zone real fast.
Darnold for the red zone now. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. DJ Moore. touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. McManus's point after is good, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripted 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's Darnold. He's got the hook up to Moore. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Darnold now to throw. They'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Stafford uncorks one for Davis. And got his man complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there for Minnesota. 48 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And now here is another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Darnold on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Darnold. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. From 13 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Stafford. This complete to Lockett. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
From the 50 at Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Hassan Reddick in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but can evade all of them.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
On 1st down at Stafford. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Stafford. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Javon Hargrave able to record his 5th sack of the season. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They snap it to Stafford. Uncorks one for Davis. And my goodness, another interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. On first down, Darnold to the right side, and he's got more complete. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because...
And he'll get in! Touchdown, Baltimore! Christian McCaffrey, touchdown number 18 on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now it's Stafford. He's going to air one out. Touchdown, Vikings! Nelson Aguilar, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 15. Back to throw, Darnold. It's caught. Jones. 23 yards, the final tally.
But go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
But right now, maybe they're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
Darnold completes it. And the ball is knocked out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
56, check 56. Blue draw, Porter. 56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Let's pick it up. Out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
To throw again on second down. Darnold. And his throw here is incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Mike, 56, right. Bravo. 56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike.
To the air again, Darnold. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again, Stafford. This one caught by Davis. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. He's going to let it fly. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game. But it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Von Miller in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
Your body count is irrelevant.
So for the Ravens, they'll hit double digits with their 10th win of the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.